at it, and it worked.
I want to ask you about the content real quick. Is my favorite thing with Eric, it's like you come up with a new idea, like for content, where the Eric response. Whereas, because we have YouTube now, we have these tons, like you can search YouTube, have tons of clips of people burying each other. The people will cut promos on Eric, and then Eric will respond, listen to the clip, and Eric responds. Did you notice the numbers go up on your show when you started adding that content? Because that to me was that's must listen stuff. That's because I listen to all those. Those are great.
We call them Eric Fires Back, and it's usually our best reviewed content. Eric has to drink a couple of cups of magic coffee and get fired up and get in the right headspace. He cuts blistering promos one after another.
Okay, let me ask you a question, Conrad, because I haven't heard these, but I want to listen to it because my favorite is hearing people bury each other. That's just a perverse thing I have. What is the best blistering one that you can recommend me to go look for after this show with Eric on somebody?
I want to hear Eric's answer to that too.
Honky Tonk Man and Greg Gagne. They both got double barreled.
Yeah, I shredded both those. and honestly, it's not that nature. I'm trying really hard, because this is not a part of my character that I'm necessarily proud of.
Right.
I mean, it's a deep, dark flaw that I was born with and I've nurtured throughout the majority of my adult life, and I'm trying to overcome it. But every once in a while, I'll hear some of the dumbest shit in the world, and I got to fire back. And Honky Tonk Man and Greg, especially Greg Gagne. I mean, my God, give me a break. I enjoyed that one. I don't normally enjoy that. I walk away from those things, and I gotta take my dog for a walk for about an hour just to calm down. But I actually enjoyed shredding that.
Bro, I don't think people realize how because because when professional wrestlers do these shows, people want to hear the promos. They want to hear you bury people's stuff. Bro, I think people especially this generation, like the millennials and the Generation Z, a lot of them didn't watch the shows back then. A lot of them don't realize what a great on-screen character you were. And your promos and stuff, they got massive mega heat. We played a clip on this show one time where Flair was coming back from the heart attack. And remember when St. Louis, that night it was the TWA Dome, there was 30,000 people there. And you were just burying Flair for 5 minutes on the mic. And they showed up in the building, and you showed them getting out of the limo. They're coming to the arena. They're showing they're beating up the NWO, and they're coming down, and then finally Flair comes out. Bro, the pop was, I tell people to go back and listen to that because that was just great television. Flair came back, he ran you out, you ran away and everything, and the place just erupted. But the funniest thing about that is if you listen to the promo, it's hard to bury a guy for 5 minutes. It's
no, it's not.
That was great stuff, man. I just the people. The funny thing is they see his arguing Meltzer online, but they forget what a great on-screen character you were. And I think that's one thing that's lost in this is when we listen to you on these podcasts and when you start burying people, it's like we're listening to the Eric Bischoff persona that we all knew from TV, getting a chance to bury somebody live. So it's I just think those are great.
They're fun. They are fun to do. The last one I did was just, I think it's going to drop in that bucket of 40 pieces of content Conrad was talking about. It wasn't one of the better ones because sometimes, although that was a mean tweet receipt. That's right. That's not the same thing as Eric Fires Back. That's a different show. Yeah, the Eric Fires Back tend to be a little more effusive.
Well, Judge, I've sent Conan a couple of those because I know you've got access through the Patreon. Send those to.
Oh, we'll definitely play him on the show. But
the Greg Gagne 100% was fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Please do, and let me know when you're going to do it because I'll tweet the shit out of it.
Let's do that. Let's review the Eric Fires Back on Greg Gagne. It's just tremendous.
Somebody has heat with you if they have heat with you for 20 plus years. That's heat. You know what I'm saying?
Conan, I got to tell you the truth. And Conrad, I forgot to tell you this, but I never knew because I didn't pay attention to a lot of the shit that Greg said. I never watched those shoot interviews. I never spent any time doing them unless I needed the money. I'd do one to take a paycheck or something.
Right.
But, I never listened to anybody else's, right? So all this stuff that Greg had been saying for years in these
you didn't even know about.
I didn't even know about it.
Right.
And in the meantime, Greg's calling me a couple times. You're going, hey, buddy, I got this television show idea. Do you think you know anybody who'd be interested? And I tried to help the brother out. Because I didn't know that he was burying the shit out of me. He was always really nice to my face. So I pulled the trigger on a couple of these mean tweet receipts and shredded him like a head of cabbage. And then about a month ago, I got an email from Greg. It was like, no, it was a phone message. It was, oh, Eric, man, I don't know what you heard that I said. And, whoever told you I said this, I've been thinking to myself, I never called him back, him. But I'm thinking to myself, I didn't hear someone else tell me.
Yeah, I heard you say.
I heard it out of your mouth.
Right. That's even more heat. But let me just say this, bro. I'm so happy.